case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
In a landmark ruling dealing with racial discrimination and corporations, the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit, in the case of Bains LLC v. ARCO Products Company, gave its verdict in 2005. The case was initiated by Flying Bee, a company owned by Sikh brothers, against a gas station and convenience store, ARCO, following allegations of racial discrimination. Flying Bee had accused ARCO of terminating its contract on racially prejudiced grounds, leading to financial implications amounting to $50,000 in losses. However, the focal point of the lawsuit was to establish whether a corporation could experience racial discrimination and bring forward a claim under Section 1981, a statute barring racial discrimination in legal contracts. The court initially awarded Flying Bee a substantial $5 million in punitive damages for racial discrimination and nominal damages for the Section 1981 violation. The scenario was complicated by the fact that ARCO's discriminatory actions were influenced by one of its employees showcasing profound bias against the Sikh community. However, ARCO contested this decision, arguing that corporations could not be subject to racial discrimination, a point of contention that brought the case to the attention of the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit. The appeals court provided a nuanced verdict written by Circuit Judge Kleinfeld, both reaffirming and refuting parts of the initial judgment. It agreed that corporations could indeed bring forward claims of racial discrimination, thereby acknowledging that the unjust termination of the contract between Flying Bee and ARCO was an act of racial discrimination. Thus, the court identified ARCO as responsible for its employer's discriminatory actions, especially since the company failed to take sufficient actions to alleviate the situation. However, it ruled that the punitive damages previously awarded were subject to review for being excessively high, thus violating constitutional limits. The court decided that the punitive damages should be within the range of $300,000 to $450,000, which will be determined by the district court. This ruling asserted that the amount of punitive damages doesn't have to be a factual finding by the jury, but can be determined de novo by the court. In conclusion, the case was remanded to the district court. Both parties were asked to bear their own costs for the appeal, leaving the final settlement of punitive damages to further deliberation. The outcome of this case sets legal precedent for corporations suffering from racial discrimination.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.